we're going to hand over to Dana Pretorius, who's one of the co-founders and Outsource CFO, and also one of the top 35 chartered accountants under 35 for this 2020 year. Dana.
Thank you so much, Lo. Everyone, I'm so excited to talk to you today about strategy in the business of new normal. I'm going to make it simple today, starting with the end in mind. I'm only going to focus on 3 steps for you to approach your strategy. The first step, we're going to look a little bit on the good old-fashioned SWOT analysis tool. The second step, we're going to look at how to forecast your future, especially if there's unknowns in the variables. And then the third last step, we're going to bring it all together with a one-page strategic plan, which we call a 90-day plan for your team of executives to execute on. So starting off with strategy, you might ask, why must you as a business owner focus on the strategy of your business? You might have a backlog of operational work to do. You know, when's the best time to look at your strategy? You don't really have time for it. Now, I'm here to tell you that it's so important for you to look at your business strategy, especially now with the new normal. Your playbook that you have been using might not be that relevant anymore. The assumptions that you used to sustain your business might have changed. So it's so crucial for you to look at the strategy of your business to take you into the future. What got you here won't get you there necessarily. So that's where we move to the first step of approaching a strategy, is the good old-fashioned SWOT analysis tool. So SWOT, it stands for really analyzing your strengths, your weaknesses in your business, the opportunities that there's in your industry, the threats, as well as the trends in your industry. So to give you a little bit of example on changes that might happen, for instance, there might be trend changes. What we're seeing is there's a lot more focus on going digital. Your trends, your customer buying patterns might have changed. Opportunities, there might be more global opportunities with everyone going more digital. Threats, there might be a little bit more threats in your industry. So a SWOT analysis tool, sit with your board of executives, put the time aside, look at the SWOT tools, and it will just really help you to be agile and almost approach your business as if you're a startup and really look at what's opportunities in your business. That brings me to my second step of approaching your strategy. Sometimes it's so difficult to navigate the future and to look at your future strategy because there's so many unknown variables. And that's where I like the 7 habits of highly effective people, one of the habits of being proactive instead of reactive. And I want to challenge you as business owners to also be proactive with your strategy approach. And that's where the second approach is helps a lot, and that's the capability of trying and sketching out different futures. So there might be 3 or more different futures that could happen or turn out for your business. And what Donnie now also mentions, you want to scale your business, and if you're looking at the 20% year-on-year annual growth or even more, you need to almost look at these different futures. So remember, plotting out your different futures, you do want to sustain your core mission. It's important that your core mission is intact, but different ways of operating your business might change. So I want to challenge you when forecasting different futures. There might be different sales forecasts, different ways of how your business could pan out. It might be that some debtors might struggle to pay during this time. You're re-looking at your cash flow runway, different scenarios of how it could change, etc. And just by panning out and forecasting these different futures will give you almost like assist you to be more proactive, to help you to make informed decisions a lot earlier than necessary, being reactive and waiting for the reality to kick in and then just be a byproduct of your circumstances. So really a great skill set to be able to stretch and forecast different futures and to help you to make informed business decisions beforehand. We obviously make use of some amazing softwares and tools to help our clients with forecasting different scenarios and futures for their business, for them to really look at their cash flow runway. So you've now focused on the first two steps of approaching your strategy. You've looked at it from a more broader side. Now it's important to bring it all together to a one-page strategic plan, which we call a 90-day plan, which is a very valuable document. So growth in your business and scaling of your business is super important, that everyone in the executive team and everyone in your company buys into the strategic one-page plan to take your business forward. So what is this one-page a 90-day plan? It's basically a one-page documents that focus on the six pillars of your business, being client acquisitions and sales, marketing strategy, your product offering, your people, your finance, and your operations. So if you can look at those 6 different pillars of your business in the 90-day plan, what you want to do is you want to focus on first, what do you want out of each of these pillars of your business? Then ask yourself why it is important for your business, and then almost have actionable plans of how will I get there. For instance, I'm going to use client acquisitions as a scenario. So client acquisitions, what you want to have more ideal clients. Why is it important for your business to have more ideal clients? Non-ideal clients might take a lot more energy and resources in servicing them or getting them onboarded. So then moving on to action points, how will I get there? How will I boost this client acquisitions and sales? I think it's important to stand still and firstly understanding your ideal client, and then carving out action points of how to get more ideal clients. It might be a sales outbound strategy, or even working closer with your network partners for asking for referrals for getting that ideal client. So that's just one example of how you would typically drill down then further into your 90-day plan. For finance, for instance, one of the also key pillars for you as a business, it might be for you important to know, have visibility on your cash flow runway, or where your money is going, or have visibility on your spending as a business. And not a lot of business owners have their finger on the pulse on their operations and their businesses. So actionable steps there might be to relook and rethink the world-class financial function that they're currently using, and thinking of some automations of certain, bring in technology that will bring these dashboards alive, that can give owners visibility on their cash flow and their performance to help them to make more improved business decisions. So lastly, this 90-day plan, remember, a one-page plan for your executive to focus on. What happens a lot is business owners overestimate what they can do in a month, and they underestimate what they can do in a quarter. So that's why we look at it a 90-day plan. Remember, you can bring, you can hold different board and executive members accountable for extreme ownership for the different pillars. In the end, all of the execs need to take extreme ownership for all of these items, keep them accountable, check in with them frequently. And yeah, so this is an amazing tool to use for you as an executive team to strategically implement items in your business that will take your business forward. That is, in summary, the 3 items for you to approach your strategy in your business.
Hey, Lau here, one of the founders of Outsource CFO. If you enjoyed this video, make it official. Click subscribe.